The average monthly wage for a doctor in Kenya is anywhere from $400 to $800 US. My mother has just gone on strike because Uhuru Kenyatta has cut down on pay for doctors. I heard a tribe warrior talking about how now there's less than one doctor per 1,000 people. I try not to let this worry me and just stay positive and see how beautiful my country is. But despite that my country is very beautiful with lots of animals and nice people in my tribe, something has to be done about the healthcare and lack of doctors. My name is Gathi. I am 12 years old. I live in the Maasai tribe with my mother Cora and my father Nuru. I also have a 9-year-old brother Gakuru and my 3-year-old sister Aluna. My mother is a doctor, but she is now on strike for a lack of pay, and my father is a tribe warrior. The amount of babies being born in my country has spiked from 2 to around 4 in the last 20 or so years, so there are a lot of young people in Kenya, and about half of them are under the age of 15. This means there is a lack of trained doctors, and there's also a lack of advanced hospitals. My mother tells me that there are only 12 advanced hospitals in Kenya. This led to my sister's problem. When she was born, she had something wrong with her hips. The doctors could not see this until she was 3, and if something is not done about her health issue, this could be permanent. Despite some of the struggles, my country is very beautiful. Close to 3/4 of the land is dry land and full of animals. The Shaba National Reserve is the coolest place I've ever been. Some members in my tribe went there for my 11th birthday. It has tons of animals, and I got to see my favorite, the lion. I've also been to Nairobi with my mom for a medical lecture. I heard in the lecture that 4,000 people in and around Nairobi have died from malaria. I've also learned that Nairobi is a big industrial city and is 70% above the recommended pollution levels for air and water. The air pollution is coming from the vehicles. 60% of the vehicles are 10 to 15 years old with poor mileage and fumes coming out constantly in a pretty crowded city. Plus, with all the construction and the disposal of waste from it, the waste ends up getting in the water, and there are about 500,000 deaths a year due to water pollution in Nairobi. But it is starting to get better and is on the right track with what the government is doing. The rest of Kenya is pretty clean in comparison. The lecture taught me that 75% of Kenya is employed in agriculture and is going down in industrial, so the pollution should be getting better. Even though the pollution is starting to get better, the hospitals in the city are polluted. With hospitals being polluted and doctors going on strikes, things are looking bad. The doctors are striking because the pay is going down, and the people in power are taking their money and trying to fix other things like pollution. But without doctors, more people will be dying, and if they don't fix the pollution, more people will still die. So Kenya is in a pretty bad spot with the health department, and if something is not done about this, more people could end up dying. Luckily, the government is starting to come to an agreement about what to do with the money. Even though there's a big issue with health in my country, it is very beautiful and will always be my home. My mother's pay is going up and will soon be better than it used to be, and we are praying that other things will get better. I still have lots of things to be thankful for, like my tribe and my family.